will improve the glory of our university.
Political Science Department is an institution that creates awareness.
The department assures that the criteria for admission will still be on merit, with the hope that the clinic will be sustained. In Abuja, Aisha Uba Ali, NTA News.
And on security, the Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations, FCT Police Command, Benef Igwe, has reiterated the command's commitment to ensure a hitch-free elections in the forthcoming area councils. He started this at the NTA weekly program called The Police. Aisha Abdullahi reports.
The area council election is in a matter of few days. The Deputy Commissioner of Police FCT Command said necessary arrangements have been made and put in place to ensure a hitch-free election in the FCT, stressing that security agencies will redouble their efforts to address any security threats during and after the elections in the FCT.
We are working in synergy to ensure that the area council coming election is free and hitch-free of any activities. We are ready. We have mapped out operational movements, guard movements, protection movement, including every polling unit. There are 2,229 polling units in a FCT where elections will hold. We have deployed to all the polling units, and no matter where, we have deployed.
He, however, calls on the residents of FCT and eligible voters to come out in mass to cast their votes. In the same vein, he calls on politicians to do the needful.
If you don't have any business going to the polling unit, don't come. But if you have business to vote, go to the polling unit, cast your vote. You will see how the security will work. Cast your vote. One person will molest you, no person will ask you any question. It's between you and INEC and the presiding officers. They will clear you. You go and vote.
The police and other security agencies have vowed to punish violators and assured residents of safety during the election. Aisha Abdullahi, NTA News.
And the latest on COVID-19 figures from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, as at 21st January 2022, indicates 14 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT. The number of confirmed cases stands at 28,206, while active cases now 553, and the number of discharged cases stands at 27,406, and 247 deaths have been recorded in the FCT. We'll take a break now, and when we return, we'll join Ifeoma Odinta for countdown on 2022 area councils election. Stay with us.
Move now! The red light won't kill you! Move now!
To dey disobey traffic law, they cause accidents. Me, I don't talk, say I no go dey do am again, because change begins with me.
Let's cross the other side of the road.
I will no longer endanger my life crossing the express. Instead, I will use the bridge, because change begins with me.
Oga driver, stop this bus now, won't come down. I be one carry me past where they go.
Make I dey stop anyhow for road, they cause traffic wahala and accidents. So I go dey stop for the right bus stop, because change begins with me.
Change begins with me.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Thank you very much for joining us on Countdown to FCT Area Councils elections. And we begin this segment with preparations by the electoral umpire, INEC. Now, to adequately equip INEC state officers with the requisite skills towards the smooth conduct of the FCT Area Council elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission has organized a 2-day pre-election preparation technical workshop for officers of FCT INEC.
The pre-election preparation technical workshop is to bring state officers up to speed with new modifications, innovations, guidelines and regulations introduced to the electoral process by INEC for stand-alone elections, such as the FCT area councils elections.
The chairman, who is the chief electoral officer of the Federation, is very keen about this election. Most especially, this is the Federal Capital Territory. We cannot afford to make mistakes.
This FCT area council election is a headquarters election, and it is a testing ground for the upcoming by-elections.
The FCT Resident Electoral Commissioner, INEC FCT, Yahaya Bello, appeals to participants to be attentive as the Commission has made many changes, all geared towards improving the electoral process.
The workshop is meant to refreshing us and refreshing our minds and take us back to what has transpired before in other elections and what is expected of us in this election.
The workshop had in attendance electoral officers and assistant electoral officers across the 6 area councils of the FCT.
All Progressives Congress FCT chapter has presented the party's flag to the chairman of Kwali Area Council, Danladi Sunday-Chia, for re-election. Minister of States FCT Ramoto Tijani Aliu, who flagged off the APC campaign ceremony, enjoins Kwali people not to allow history repeat itself, as the one-term syndrome has not done the people well in the area of development. Deborah Gazaji Micah reports.
Since creation of Kwali Area Council in 1996, tradition for the past executive chairman of the area council, as they were never re-elected. But this time around, FCT Minister of State told the people to change the narrative by re-electing Danladi Sunday-Chia. For inclusive governance and development. Deborah Gazaji Micah, NTA News.
Countdown today to tell us about the party's preparedness for the forthcoming FCT Area Council election is the FCT State Youth Leader, APGA. He is Obiasia Chika. It's good to have you on Countdown.
Thank you, ma.
Okay.
Yes, please, it's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, now from the reports we just had there, you see that campaigns are already on. How prepared is APGA for the FCT Area Council elections?
Campaign is already on. Thank you for this question anyway. The APGA campaign train is moving.
Okay.
They are moving with speed. So, in a nutshell, the election, the contenders, they are APGA and other parties.
Okay.
So we have fielded 3 area councils.
Okay, can you tell us when?
Boari Area Council, and we have a grassroots person in the name of Honorable Abubakar Abdullahi. And in Amak Municipal, we have a grassroots, an indigene. So it's a walkover between APGA and other parties.
Did you field candidates for both chairmanship and councillorship election in these area councils?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, what structure does APGA have as a party that will make people vote for them?
Thank you. APGA, the structure we have, like I told you, we have our candidates, they are all grassroots people. We have structures in all the wards. Every wards in all these area councils, we have structures. And, you know, before now, APGA has won an election in the Gokolade Area Council.
Okay.
And we are leveraging on that because, most importantly, the candidates we have, they are indigenes.
Okay.
So, and people say that APGA is an Igbo party. We have in FCT, when you look at the number of the votes pattern of FCT, you see that Igbos, they have majority of the voting pattern in FCT. And more so, our party is centers on ideology. Our ideology, nationalism, decentralization, and this thing. We want to leverage on that because we have people that are credible, tested, and trusted. So the election is walkover.
Okay, now
we are not contending with any other political party.
Okay, now how far so far in the areas of campaigns, because we have not really seen much of APGA campaigning?
Okay, yes, but in the coming weeks you will see us. What we did and the campaign we embarked on is house-to-house campaign, because we don't want to be making noise, and we need to relate to the electorate, to the people that has PVC. We need to relate to that. They are the most important people in this election. So it's not about making noise on the road, but you will see this coming up in the coming weeks.
Okay. How confident are you of the candidates you have fielded, in for these elections?
Like I said, all our candidates in the 3 area councils, Gwagwalada, Buhari, and Municipal, they are tested and trusted.
Okay.
So much confidence in them. There are people that have contested election, won an election in FCT before now.
Before now, you are bringing them back because they have won elections before.
Not really because they have won an election, but they have what it takes to reach out to the people, to give the people the dividend of democracy.
Okay, you also keep telling us that the people you are bringing forward are indigenes. Now, is that a criteria to win election in the FCT?
We want to give in the indigenes because in federal character, they are excluded. They are not given the post of place in a minister's position. So we need them to be in the affairs of their people, and their land.
Okay. Now you are the FCT State Youth Leader of APGA. How best can we engage youths, in electioneering process meaningfully?
The important thing in this aspect about how best to engage youths in electoral process, it's not about using them as thuggery. The era of thuggery has gone.
Okay.
Taking ballot papers, ballot box is gone. But to tell them, for them to be a participant in the election, you engage them meaningfully in the sense that you when they participate in election, you create an enabling environment for them to context in the future elections.
Okay, thank you very much, Obiase Chika, FCT State Youth Leader, APGA, for coming on the program, and we wish you well during the elections, your party well during the elections.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
And that counts down for today. Let's now rejoin Miriam for the rest of the news after this break.
Move now! The red light won't kill you! Move now!
To dey disobey traffic law, they cause accidents. Me, I don't talk, say I no go dey do am again because change begins with me.
Let's cross the other side of the road. I will no longer endanger my life crossing the express. Instead, I will use the bridge because change begins with me.
Oga driver, stop this bus now, won't come down. I be one carry me pass where they go.
Make I dey stop anyhow for road, they cause traffic wahala and accidents. So I go dey stop for the right bus stop because change begins with me.
Change begins with me.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
In our sports, Augustine Eguava submits African Cup of Nations 2021 technical report to the Nigeria Football Federation as Burkina Faso dares Senegal for final ticket in the AFCON. For details, let's join Ahmed Abdulrazak on Sports Brief.
The Nigeria Football Federation has confirmed that it has received an in-depth technical report on the Super Eagles outing at the 33rd Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon from the team's technical crew led by Augustine Iguavon. Nigeria won all our 3 group phase matches against Egypt, Sudan and Guinea-Bissau in Garoua and emerged the only team in the tournament to log maximum 9 points from 3 matches. The team, however, lost by odd goal to Tunisia in the round of 16. Meanwhile, with no Africa Cup of Nations title to their names, Burkina Faso and Senegal will take another giant step forward tonight in their quest to break that jinx. Both teams will battle it out at the Ahmadou Ahidjo Stadium for a place in Sunday's final. And for many, the pendulum of victory could swing either way. With Sports Brief, Ahmad Abdurazak, NTA News.
And just before we go, do remember to take your COVID-19 vaccine and stay safe. That's the news. We thank you for watching. Good afternoon.